Good morning. I don't know if you can hear it, but I'm sounding a little nasally. And after last week's video where I was saying that my nose is not happy with me, and I've not been wearing like spray perfume, but I said I was on the mend. Well, famous last words, because I think I jinxed myself. Or, I'm cursed and my body hates me. But I think we went out to get a whole bunch of blood tests. I think I might have mentioned that. But guess what? I think while we were out getting blood tests, I caught somebody's germs, because now I'm all funky. I have a call in with the doctor tomorrow to get scripts because I've got this thing going on in my chest and it's very hard to breathe, and last night it just felt like something very heavy was sitting on my chest all night, so it wasn't cute and wasn't fun. So we might have to put the perfume videos on hold for a little while, unless I'm doing a declutter or something, because we're just, the perfume is just not happening. But today I'm getting ready. We have a dentist appointment, so I'm just gonna do the face and drop things and do the face and just be fairly simple about it, because I'm gonna end up with a mouth full of, it's just a regular Clayton. It's nothing terribly fancy or anything like that. And I'm not terribly, I'm just going to use what I have here. I am due to film a, shop my stash. So I'm just going to shop my stash, actually, and be fairly quick about it. The only thing new that I'm going to use are these milk jelly blush tint things that actually literally look like jelly. If you've ever seen the tube itself, the jelly wobbles, and I was like, oh my god, another gimmick. But the last time I was at my Sephora, I got a sample, because your girl has enough makeup. She's not gonna buy more makeup, but I like to try new things. And this is surprisingly good. So I was actually quite impressed with it. And yeah, so I'm gonna use that today. That's new-ish. First things first, I'm going to just put some lip balm on. This is an old Fenty gloss balm in the color, they make this stuff so small, Fussy. The Fenty gloss balm, yeah. I tried it the other night, and I've just got so many things going on with me right now. So, I'm not necessarily the best example of what can and can't be used right now, because I'm reacting to everything, but this kind of burned my lips and I had to take it off, and it doesn't have anything plumping that's supposed to do that. So it does feel nice, but for some reason I've never taken to it like a lot, and I'm not much of a full-on gloss wearing kind of a person anyway, so we'll see how it goes. But my lips are dry and I need something. So what are we starting with? Primer. This is me being very, very slow. You'll have to forgive me. I'm just using my Dr. Brandt Pores No More primer that I got in a little sample thing. I used up my Inglot one that I may or may not have been talking about from before. And I have used this once or twice. It's actually really, really nice. I got this as a sample. I highly doubt that I will buy a full one, for two reasons. One, because I have a lot of samples to use, and these things take me absolutely forever. and two, what was the other two? Yeah, mostly just I have a lot, and I want to use what I have. And I'm very big on to trying not to buy anything new. And I mean, I do still sort of every now and then treat myself to something new, but for the most part, I'm trying not to buy anything new. Now, I might cough like this from time to time. That's because there's something going on in my chest, and it's not fun because it's making breathing very, very difficult. I am using my Chanel CC cream because it's very old, and I recently pulled it out and discovered, oh my gosh, this is really nice. So I've been using that a bit more recently, and I don't know why I haven't been using it a lot. This is back in the days when I could still afford to buy Chanel, and I've been using it, and it's been really, really, really nice. I've really been enjoying it. And I squeeze it on my little plate. You've all seen my little plate. And then I just dab it all around. Actually, I was gonna chat about, I was watching a few videos last night with hubby, and I've been enjoying, and I think I've mentioned it before, that we're, you know, in the process of starting to slowly downsize as, you know, we get older and things like that. And, you know, you go through phases in life where, you know, you don't have much, and then you get a job and you start to acquire things because you have money to spend on things that you like and you want, and you get collections of stuff. And then you end up with a lot of stuff, and, you know, lives, seasons, and blah, blah, blah. And so we're at that point in our lives, because I'm 53 and hubby is 71, about to turn 72 in November. We need to downsize. And so we talked last night about decluttering or selling off my teddy bear collection, because I over the years I've been gifted a lot of teddy bears because my family knows I like teddy bears. And, you know, hubby has gotten me the odd teddy bear here and there. And when you've been together for 27 years, it kind of adds up. Even if it's only like one or two, you know, every year. And so I've been watching a lot of videos on, I'm just checking the coverage, a lot of videos on, you know, consumerism and minimalism and decluttering and things like that, and just liking to hear what people are saying about it. I mean, the whole decluttering thing is a big deal right now. I'm using my MAC Fix Plus, MAC Pro Longwear Concealer, and I've thinned it out with a little bit of foundation, because the MAC Pro Longwear is just really thick and really full on, and I don't need anything that's super duper full on. But anyway, yeah, so I've been watching videos, and there are a number of people who post videos, and, you know, I've learned a few things, you know, in terms of like mindset and, you know, not wanting to collect and not collecting and things like that, and stuff. So it's been interesting, and it's a little bit of a journey. You know, everybody will sort of say, oh yes, it's a journey, blah blah blah. Yeah, it is somewhat of a journey. But one thing I really noticed watching a lot of these people, you know, who talk about minimalism and not shopping so much, which, you know, I think in this economy we're all sort of trying to do anyway. But one thing, it's funny, right? Okay, because I know a lot of people are trying to streamline, make things easier, minimalize and all that sort of stuff, which is great. And hubby and I both think it's great. I mean, that's kind of how I guess Marie Kondo took off in the first place, But one thing I have noticed is that the people that I've watched, and there are a few very, very popular channels with regards to aesthetics and consumerism and minimalism. And hubby and I are like the least minimal people there are, right? We're not minimal people. So this requires a certain amount of effort from us. So funnily enough, I was saying to hubby last night while I was watching a video, and okay, I admit I was in a bit of a mood. Okay, there was just some stuff going on and I was just a little shirty. But so I said to him, I said, this is my Wet n Wild Reserve Your Cabana. It's so old. And all the writing has gone off. It's the color icon. I mean, this is how old it is. But it's still fantastic. And at the moment, because I'm not well, my skin's been a little bit dull. And so I've been enjoying this. Technically, this is supposed to be a highlighter as a powder over my foundation to set it, and that glow is so pretty. And there used to be a time when that was too much and it would make me look like kind of a greasy slime ball, but that's not the case now. Because with menopause and old age, my skin's gotten a lot drier and more dehydrated. And combined with the fact that I haven't been well for like almost 2 months, my skin is just like, we hate you. So yeah. And I haven't been doing as much diligent skincare as I normally would. I mean, like last night it was just toner and moisturizer and that was it. I called it a night. I just couldn't. But yeah, so I'm watching all these people, and I think it's great that they want to promote minimalism, they want to promote decluttering, and I've got a girlfriend who's very into her decluttering, and I think she has a lot to do with me contributing to me being a little bit more conscious about the decluttering, which I think is fantastic, because she's encouraged me to keep track of what I wear and what I use and things like that. And we frequently have conversations about what we're using, what we're bringing in, and she has a 1 in 1 out rule, which I think is fantastic. I'm not quite like that, but I do try to be conscious about what I bring in and what I get out. So that is something that I'm consciously working on. But the people that I watch on YouTube, and bless them, I really do appreciate a lot of the information and tips that they give, and they talk about the consumerism mindset and how influencers and everything is all about what you buy and blah blah blah, and using their links so they make money and things like that. And look, I'm not gonna hide the fact that I do, if I do include links, some of them are affiliate links, but it's not my job, right? I've talked about this before. I have a day job. I work in publishing, so this is a fun thing for me to do. And when I started this channel, I was very conscious of the fact that I wanted this sort of to be a reflection of my life, so that one day when I get old and I no longer have much of a memory, these will be my memories, and this is the way I remember my past and my life and what I've done and all that sort of stuff, and my interests and things like that. And so that's twofold. One, I want to be a bit more chatty and tell a lot more stories, and you know, you watching this, you may or may not care, because you know, at the end of the day, I very much want these stories to be a part of what I leave behind for myself, to remember. And I am looking for, oh gosh, my glue. I've got these two, okay? They look almost identical. One has less. One's about down to here, and one's pretty much, I think, oh, it's even less. It's down to there. But this is the brow gel, and this is the brow glue. And the only reason why it's dark is because I've mixed a little bit of this into this, because I do not like seeing clear brow glue or brow gel get goopy and turn brown, so I'm just going to preempt it. But this step is basically just to like plaster the brows in place. And this stuff is amazing. And it's not actually brow gel. Well, technically, they do sell a brow version, but what's really, really funny, let me grab it, is it's this one, the Got to Be Glued. And it's basically a hair glue, water resistant spiking gel for extremely tough looks, and it's like screaming hold, and it's a level 6. Okay, this stuff is like, does not budge. But this is 150 mils, and it was $15 at the store, full price. You know, I would have liked to have waited till it was on sale, but I kind of needed it. My brows were in a dire situation. And anyway, they next to this was a brow version of this, which was like that size, and that was, so which had like 5 mils or 6 mils in comparison to the 150 mils, and that was $20. I kid you not. It was $20 for 5 mils versus $15 for 150 mils. So I knew I had one of these spare at home. So I decided to just buy this giant tube and put it in here, and I mixed a little bit of my brow gel in it so that it would give me color. It actually has some color. I don't need to add more. Anyway, so back to the whole consumerism thing. I just, well, hubby and I both, but you know, I'm very much sort of slowly decluttering, and we're looking at maybe within the next 2 to 3 years downsizing from the house that we're in into an even smaller place. So we're looking at decluttering a lot of what we have, so that we don't end up having to move a lot of stuff and do a last minute declutter, because my brother-in-law just did that with his parents, and oh, it's a huge job. And you know, we don't have children, so I don't want to burden anyone with that. You know, Lord only knows that's not something my brother would ever want to help me with. So, you know, we're progressively doing it now. And we've, what have we done? I've cleared out some of the pots and pans and stuff in the kitchen that I haven't used a lot of. And I need to find something for my eyes. I'm just going to use this. This is my L'Oreal Infallible eyeshadow. It's a pigment. It's very old. This is in Amber Rush. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's very old school. This has been around a very long time. So but it lasts absolutely forever, and my eyes are still fine every time I use it. So, and look, you know, people talk about how beautiful those Natasha Denona shimmers are. Look at that. This was way before Natasha Denona. Yeah, so we're progressively decluttering. And the weird thing is, you know, I'm watching all these declutter videos. It's taken me this long to get to the point. And one of the things that bugs the ever-living beep, beep, beep out of me is that, you know, while I think all these content creators mean well, and I think they have a good message in terms of decluttering and minimalism and less consumerism and being more conscious and things like that, especially in this day and world of fast this, fast that, fast fashion, fast everything. A lot of them come across, and I'm not naming any names, okay? Because a lot of these people, they make their money and they make their living on YouTube. So there's this weird balance between, hey, look, I'm being minimalist, but hey, I'm doing this, and here, buy this thing so that you can be a minimalist like me, because this thing will help you be a minimalist, and then people get influenced, etc., right? But so it's this weird thing that I'm watching, and it's like, look, they've got a great message about minimalism and decluttering, but then they're also kind of trying to get you to get certain stuff so that you can, you know, help pay for their channel through sponsorships and affiliate links and things like that, which you know, I fully appreciate, because look, it's their job, okay? But I was watching this lady last night, and she was talking about how she was influenced by certain other influencers who are, you know, really into the conscious, you know, minimalism and consumerism and, you know, all that sort of stuff, but also really into beautiful aesthetics, and how she was influenced by this person, and she bought a whole bunch of stuff. And she's had a lot of discourse with regards to consumerism and minimalism, which I enjoy listening to in terms of the mindset and, you know, things that I can learn. And I listen to a lot of podcasts and things when I'm not filming while getting ready, while I'm doing this. And anyway, but she's like, she comes across, look, don't get me wrong, I enjoy watching her. I'm going to try this or use this a bit more. I enjoy watching her. But she also kind of comes across a little bit like braggy and arrogant. Like, hey, you know, I'm going to be minimalist and I'm going to like not consume. But, you know, I'm also like really being very self-righteous about it. And it kind of just struck me as funny. Hi, darling. I'm filming.
I'm getting the trash and recycling out.
Okay. I'm filming a video while I'm doing this. Can you get it out?
Yep.
Thank you. And anyway, so it was sort of like, it was this, it's odd, right? I mean, for me, in terms of like watching it, I just found it odd because I'm learning a lot of things in terms of consumerism and minimalism and decluttering, but at the same time, I'm getting this really odd, you know, from the people that I'm watching, holier than thou, self-righteous, look at me, I'm so much better than you because I'm being a minimalist kind of vibe, which I found really, really odd last night. And it's sort of like, you know, I really appreciate your content and the things you're teaching me, but wow, can you be a little bit less judgy, and can you be a little bit less self-righteous about what you're doing? And I don't know what that says about me, you know, commenting on it and what I'm like, you know, saying now, um, because it's just been like, you know, playing around in my mind. Look how pretty that is. That is actually really pretty. And believe it or not, that will last a really long time. I will blend it out because right now it's just like, um, so I'm almost done anyway. So it's just, I've just found it really interesting, because I'm still, this is my Guerlain meteorites. I'm still working on them. This is never ending. Like, I've been at this for a long time. Yeah, so it's just been really interesting. And I'm not contouring today. I'm not doing anything else because I'm not really doing anything particularly fancy. I'm going to the dentist, and that's not going to be cute. I have to remember that this jelly lip tint thing is not going to blend out a lot or fast once it sets. I mean, wow, that's set. So yes, I've been doing decluttering. I've been watching some decluttering videos because I appreciate what I learned from them. But wow, sometimes the vibe is a little bit interesting. And on that note, my very boring everyday red glossy lip stain that I wear pretty much all the time. I'm not doing any eyeliner today, for two reasons. One, because my eyes are watery and they can smudge really easily, and we're going to be out for the better part of the day, so I don't want to have to deal with that. And two, is there a two? No, there's no two. And two is because we're out and it's fairly casual. And I'm not on video aside from filming this. I don't bother because I really only do eyeliner if I'm like not out for a long time, or I know I'm in a situation where I can remove it or touch it up or clean up. And I often do it sort of just to enhance my eyes a bit more when I'm on a video call with clients. And I'm sorry, I still haven't mastered the ability to talk and do my lips at the same time. Funny story. I did a lip combo the other day, and it was a lip liner with a blotted matte lip thing and a lip gloss, and I think I lasted about as long as it took for me to film the video. And then it was like, oh, I do not like the way this is wearing and the way this is looking, so off it went, and back on with one of my lip stains and lip tints, because I just love the way these perform and these feel. And it's pretty much the only formula I wear in terms of a colored lip product when I'm going out or doing something. Otherwise, it's just lip balm. So yeah, that's it. They didn't burn. This didn't burn today. So I'm guessing there was something going on with my lips, my face the other night when I tried it on, and I had to remove it because it was burning. And it was probably very much a me thing. So yeah, that's it. I am off. We have another 15 minutes before we have to leave, which, what are we going? um, sorry, brain. To the dentist. Yes. So we're off. We have about 15 minutes. I'm making an effort to get ready a little earlier and to be on time when we leave, which allows me time to do this, because when I film, it really is very much a part of my routine and a part of my day where I don't like do special filming. I kind of like to fit it into part of what I'm doing. Either I'm getting ready or my skincare and things like that. And I don't have a special filming area. This is the bedroom. This is my dressing table. The bed is behind me, that kind of thing. Because YouTube is just a fun thing for me to do. And I like to fit it into my routine. And I'm making an effort to get ready a little bit earlier and allow myself a little bit extra time. The good thing is it means I can do this kind of thing. The bad thing is it means I have to wake up earlier, which is not a fun thing for me because I am not a morning person. So yeah, right. That's it. Thank you so much. I will talk to you next time. Do all the YouTubey things, like, comment, subscribe. I really appreciate you. And yeah, I'll catch you later. Bye-bye.